Hey guys, it's Martin Cliffe here. So in today's video I just wanted to talk a little bit about guilt, and really as an encouragement to those of you who do feel self-guilt, just to encourage you to stop. And I think there's four things that we can focus our mind on. And this doesn't just apply to musicians, but obviously I'm going to apply it to musicians amongst other things. Because I suffer enormous amounts of guilt over various things. And I think I've got four things that I'm going to suggest that maybe will help us to overcome this guilt, and hopefully that will help us to enjoy life a little bit more and get a little bit more out of 2021. So first of all, I want to encourage people to be grateful for what you have rather than feeling guilty for what you have. Now, this has a lot for me to do with the fact that I have been very blessed over the last few years, and I've been able to acquire some really nice gear. In fact, a lot of really nice gear. And sometimes I feel guilty for what I have because I see other people around me who don't have as much. But I think, obviously there are things which, if you have cheated somebody out of something, then yes, you should be feeling guilty about that. But if you worked hard and you've got yourself into a position where you can afford to buy nice gear and you've got it and it meets your needs and it doesn't feel excessive, then be grateful for it. We should all be grateful for everything we have, because so many people don't have as much as we have, both in terms of maybe material possessions, and this isn't going against the whole minimalist thing in any big way. This is just a case of me thinking that we should be grateful for what possession we have, but also we have a lot of us have so many opportunities available to us that other people don't have, so we need to be grateful for that, which doesn't mean maybe that if something is too much that we shouldn't move it on, and that comes up into a couple of other topics. So that's number one, be grateful for what you have. My second thought is to be generous with what you can, be that your time, your money, your possessions, whatever it is, even your thoughts and prayers, be generous. Now I am in a fortunate position at the moment where I am able to give 3 days a week volunteering for a charity, and that is awesome. And I know a lot of people aren't in this position, and I would not have been in this position 5-6 years ago where I would have been able to afford to do that. But right now we can, and that's great. So I am very happy with that. But also I think generosity is not about the amount of money or the amount of time you give. It's sometimes maybe it's not even a proportion, but if you can help somebody out in some kind of way, whether that's just if someone's having a bad day, having a chat with them on the telephone, or or even just by a text message, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, whatever it is. Some people value that. That's just being generous with your time, giving to charities, whether giving to Crossroads or local charities that support people in need. There are lots of things that we can give to, and I think that is a really important thing. And also, not maybe just to charities, be generous in the time that you get to spend with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, because if 2020 has taught us anything, it's that being able to spend time with people is precious. So that is my second key point, I think, to help stop feeling guilty, is to be generous with what you can. Number 3 is to stop apologizing for what you are. I almost wrote who you are, and I almost wrote what you have, but really this all comes in. So stop apologizing for what you are. If I am apologetic about the things that I have things that I produce, the things I put out there, if I'm apologetic for the things that I own, then I'm not getting true value out of any of this. If I'm apologetic about my faith or about any other part, my political stance, if I had one, which I don't particularly, then if I'm apologetic for that, then I'm not giving it the value that it deserves. So I think we need to be confident and be forthright in the situation that we find ourselves in, and be, I say, content, grateful for what we have. I think this all ties together. You may notice, it's not just one and then two and then three, then four. These are four things that all tie together. But I think, stop apologizing for what you are. Now, the thing I played at the beginning was maybe something that you're not used to hearing from me. You're not used to hearing particularly heavy stuff from me playing as a guitar player, but it is a part of what I am. So yes, a lot of the time I am quite happy to just have a light overdrive and a bit of reverb and play kind of nice. But there are also times when I just want to rock out. Because that's all part of the facets of what I am. A lot of people may not know, but I played in a metal covers band for about 3 years, and it was great fun, and I love playing that stuff. That's a part of me, so maybe you'll see a little bit more of that side of me over the coming weeks, months, years. Now, obviously, it's not necessarily appropriate to play that kind of music when I'm doing the videos I'm doing for church, but it doesn't mean that maybe there'll be a little bit more of that coming out in my own stuff that you see. So that's number 3, stop apologizing for what you are. And finally, number 4, which definitely is more kind of thinking along a minimalist mindset, is remove what brings you anguish. And that could be material possessions. If you have something that you feel guilty about, which could be just because you have too many of something and it's just sitting on a shelf and never being used, or maybe you spent too much money on it and it's like just gripping you. There's something that you feel that is not right for you, or would really benefit somebody else. Remove that, pass that on. For me, I certainly have too much gear, and I am going to remove some of that because it is a bit of a stress. But at the same time, going back to the previous things, it's like a lot of what I have I am grateful about. So I am not going to sell everything and strip down to like one guitar and one shirt and one pair of jeans and one pair of shoes and one amp and one this and one that and one the other, because that's something that does not resonate with me. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out and buy 100 guitars, and I'm not going to go and have 50 pairs of shoes, and I'm not going to do this, because that would bring me anguish in a number of reasons. One, because it would be wasteful. If I use everything I have, then I don't feel guilty about it. If something is literally sat there doing nothing, as unfortunately quite a bit of my gear at the moment is, then that is something that maybe needs addressing. But in terms of just taking a realistic look at what we have and what we use, I think that's a much better way of looking at it. And this also works in terms of people. If there are relationships in your life that are bringing you anguish, the people that stress you out, it's difficult, particularly if it's family. Maybe it's just something you need to have a conversation with someone and say, look, this is my relationship with you is causing me difficulties at the moment. Can we have a chat about it and try and address it? That's not necessarily removing the relationship with the person, but it's trying to remove the block that's causing you the anguish. And it may be that you have people on the fringes of your social circle that you're not particularly comfortable around. Maybe because their language is bad, or their jokes are inappropriate, or they drink too much, or whatever it is. I certainly can think of people who are on the fringes of my social life who all three of those apply to. But the key is I think, to try and distance myself from them, so that I don't get that anguish when I'm around them, because that I choose to spend my time around people who are more in tune with my thinking, and I think this is something that we can do in all things, is remove what brings you anguish. Now, if that thing is your job, then maybe that's something that's not what we're going to deal with straight away. But at the same time, maybe 2021, at the start of a new year, is the time to make that step out and look for a new job. Maybe don't quit the old one until you've got it, but look for a new opportunity if what you currently have is bringing you anguish. So there we go, 4 things to help you stop feeling guilty. So be grateful for what you have, be generous for what you can, stop apologising for what you are, and remove what brings you anguish. I hope that's helped you get a bit of perspective. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you soon.